Welcome to Remote Reality. This is Lauren.
And this is Dee.
And this is our coverage of Big Brother 27. We've got another HOH competition in nominations.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too. Last week, Ava's week was a masterclass in how to play the game. Everybody stop and take note. That's how you play.
She was totally badass. It was so much fun to watch her after all of the little, I'm scared to make a move household before that.
She got Zach out. Big move.
Yeah. I like Zach, though. I would have rather seen somebody else go, but that's okay.
What, like Kelly? Like somebody who's a floater? Will?
I like Will. Will's my favorite.
Yes. Will is one of my tops, too. I like Will. I like Ava.
I would love to see him as head of house.
That would be awesome. Because he already told us he's going to stir it up. And he's Gen X, so that's no lie.
Absolutely.
No lies detected.
We need a whole cast of Gen X. It would just be one thing after another. We'd never get bored watching. No. They're not afraid to make any kind of moves.
Probably why this show is better like 20 years ago. But
anyway. Probably.
So we're coming at you on Monday morning instead of Sunday night. I took my Manjaro shot on Friday and I was nauseous Saturday and Sunday. It's been a rough weekend. In 41 years, this has never happened to me before, but I was sleeping on Friday night and I had a dream that I was like putting something down. And all of a sudden, not in the dream, I wake up with a face full of water. I had picked up my cup of water and dumped it on my head in my sleep. I woke myself up. But I was dreaming that I was tilting something over. So like in my dream, I was doing that. And then all of a sudden I'm like, what? I've never had that happen.
No, I have answered phones while in my sleep, walked a little bit, and talked to people without knowing it. I'm just completely asleep. But I've never dumped any water on myself.
I mean, usually I have, like lids, like this cup.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just need to stick to the lids. Stick to the sippy
For sure,
cups.
it's probably going to be safer for you.
Oh my gosh. Well, I wonder who it's going to be safe for this week in Big Brother. I'm excited to see it. Let's watch.
Let's go.
Remote reality. Yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host side by side. Channel surfers. Let's ride.
Oh my gosh. Vinny has played everybody with this final two bullshit.
We are starting in the aftermath of last week with Zach being evicted, and Morgan and Lauren didn't vote for Zach. They thought Vinny was better for their game because they both have final twos with him. Who doesn't? Not the person, Zach, who literally risked his game to keep both of you off of the block.
Mm-hmm.
Like last week, Lauren, your butt would have been on the block, but Zach protected you.
Mm-hmm.
This week, he didn't remove himself, Morgan, so you would be protected.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys voted him out instead of the guy who has a final two with everybody.
With everybody. I don't think there's anybody he's missed in this house.
Maybe Rachel.
Maybe Will. I don't think I've seen him and Will talking about a final two. But oh my gosh,
can't be everyone's final two unless your final two means you'll take me if you get to the end, right? I mean, at the end of the day, though, if you're up against Zach or Vinny, Zach might be more likable to a jury. I don't know. Newbie games, newbie moves, just like sitting there and Morgan telling Rachel that she's saving her till jury. What a beginner mistake. Like, you say that behind her back, not to her face.
Yeah.
You don't go up to her and be like, hey, you're going to jury. No. We keep that quiet.
Well, honestly, I think her and Morgan, Morgan and Mickey both, the way that they talk, they just act like anymore everybody else is insignificant. It's all about them and their game. And they're saying this to people like, how stupid are you?
Newbie moves. Keanu, I like his game a lot.
He's got good game.
He's got
a good strategy. Yeah.
Not like Usman and Hunt for Love. Okay, 90-day listeners, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Keanu's got game. He's got a booty, too.
All this week. Big butt.
I like them cakes. He says in Diary Room, I told you all I would pick you off one by one. But I didn't say I would do it winning HOH. No. You guys nominate me, and then I'll win the blockbuster, so you have to vote each other out.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
Well played. Now, if he makes it to the block, though, I think he's gone. They can't risk it.
I don't know. I kind of think that the rest of the people in this house are pissing each other off enough that Keanu might actually have a chance. He might make some alliances.
He might.
Yeah.
But you've got to get him out at some point in the game. And you've tried week after week, and you can't because he hasn't made it to the final 2 block. I just don't know if they risk it if he dies. He's either winning vetoes or BB blockbusters.
Right.
You got to take your shot when you can get it, because he could steamroll him to the end. I mean, really, this new twist on the game, the BB blockbuster, as long as you're good at competitions, you can win the game just based on competitions. You could always have that shot at the BB blockbuster to save yourself. You could just win out.
True. I mean, they could look at him as the threat that he is in the competitions. And if he doesn't win one, he's actually on the block to be voted out, that they need to get him out because he'll just continue to win them otherwise.
It's a great game. And I love that he is putting a big target on his back. He's playing risky. He's not playing it safe like Lauren, who is telling Rachel, the whole house is going to vote out Zach, so I was too. Who are you kidding? Who does she think she's kidding? Just because you vote to get rid of Zach, like all of a sudden it means that you weren't partnered with him? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't really know a lot of what's going on with her, honestly. Other than the scenes that we've seen with her and Zach, there's a few here and there that you see her talking to somebody, but you really don't get a feel of any kind of alignment, really, other than her just saying that about Vince, which surprised me because I don't even remember seeing them talk.
Because Lauren has been one of our HOHs this season.
True.
The reason that we're not seeing her is because she's not playing. She's playing whatever game somebody tells her to play.
True. So she actually might stick around a little bit if she's that if they're able to manipulate her that well.
Yeah, but at some point, voters...
Well, they're going to
oh my gosh, it's Monday morning, blah, blah, blah. At some point, floaters have to grab a life vest.
Yeah, they're going to have...
Got the weenie whistle out for Lauren. Loose lips sink ships, and whatever Titanic Mickey and Morgan are floating on, they're just helping the iceberg out. They're like digging holes in the side of the boat. Mickey and Morgan are talking about how they want to go after Keanu and Rachel. And they're talking about it among Rachel's allies. Like, let's just talk about this in front of Ashley and Will and Ava. The heck? Like, read the room. Although, to be fair, everybody's like, all right, well, we're going to pretend to like them for a minute, but they're not running our game. But have they not tested the temperature of the waters here?
Well, I think it goes back to what I said. I think that they just think that their importance is so big that they're not watching a thing that they say in front of these other people. Ashley's like, what are you talking about? I like Rachel. Getting rid of Rachel's not good for my game. And Will just flat out says, I like Morgan and Mickey, but I'm not anybody's minion.
And I get where Mickey would want to get out Keanu, where they all would, because, that's a big threat to your game.
Right. We just talked about that.
With Rachel, she hasn't been good with Mickey since Mickey got rid of Jimmy, so that does make sense. But you can't go and say that in front of people.
Well, a lot of them have been saying that they don't like what they're seeing from Mickey since she took that her personality, that she's very dictator-like, and they're not liking what they're seeing from her. I think she needs to watch her P's and Q's.
Maybe wait until the HOH competition before you start naming nominees.
Well,
why put that extra target on your back?
Yeah, that would definitely be a much smarter thing to do.
I think I don't dislike anybody in the house. I actually like everybody in the house. I just have some that I'm pulling for, and I was pulling for Mickey, but now I just see her game falling apart. It's not a smart game. There's not any strategy to it.
Yeah. I'm kind of like the rest of the house that she's been HOH. I really haven't liked a lot of the things that I'm seeing with her attitude and her behavior, how she's talking to people.
I see a fear-based game in Mickey. I feel like her decisions are coming out of insecurity and fear. And that started with Morgan, Zach, Jimmy, and Vinny.
Oh, I thought it was Zach and Vince.
Zach and Vince. Yes.
Yeah.
Morgan, Zach, and Vince, they all started questioning her, and she just kind of spiraled from there. And instead of picking a side, she just started playing both sides. And I think this is a game born out of insecurity.
That makes sense.
Ava and Rachel have that final two. And I think they only have it with each other.
Yeah, I haven't seen Ava say she has a final two with anyone else.
So Ava, of course, tells Rachel that Mickey and Morgan are chattering that they need to get rid of Rachel. And I don't think this is a surprise to Rachel. She says, yeah, Vinny is on the same page with them. She's reading the room. She's testing the temperature. She knows what she needs to do. She's going to win. She says she's going to have to get out of the house this week. Now, I think that's only assuming that Mickey Morgan or Vinny get HOH. I mean, if Will won HOH, she is fine, for example. But she has a lot of lives in this game. She's played it before. She's not a newbie. She sees the writing on the wall, and she's seeing this way ahead of where I think others would see it. She's not going to be blindsided.
I don't think so either. She knows her game. She knows this game.
She's won this game. Keanu and Rachel, I think they've got each other's back after this conversation in the food room, the secret super, this is where we go to have all of our conversations, or the bathroom room.
Yeah, you had to giggle watching it, though. Yeah, she was sitting there. He was strategizing with her and talking about being in the middle. And she's like, no, we're not in the middle. We're on our way out. If we don't get this, we're going out. Look, what was it? She said,
she says, he don't know the game of Big Brother.
He needs to do some bench presses on that brain.
He's sitting there trying to get her to work with him. And Vinny is one of them. Like, no, honey, no, she's not in the middle. There's sides.
I don't know how he thinks there's a middle at this point, or that he's anywhere in that middle. He's been on the block every daggone time.
Well, like she said, he needs to do some bench presses on the brain. But you know what? This would be a perfect alliance, the brain and the brawn. You could have Keanu beasting competitions and Rachel strategizing this game, reading it like Ava reads auras. And then you got Ava reading the auras. So
you're right. It would be an absolute great match, the two of them, Rachel and Keanu.
So I do hope that they keep each other's side, that they keep each other's back.
Yeah, me too.
In the diary room, Rachel looks stunning with that green scarf.
Everything she wears, she looks stunning.
Green is her color.
For sure. Yeah.
Now, how do you think they look in their prom outfits? Is it a throwback for you?
It was definitely a throwback for me. I could see so many like Madonna references to the A's with the gloves and the big bows in their hair, and a lot of poof, as far as the sleeves and the layers on the dresses and their hair.
It was like straight out of a prayer video.
Mm-hmm.
The guys' tuxes reminded me a little bit more of the 70s with those like gigantic bow ties.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of tuxes have bow ties. I don't know if there was different sizes from different eras or not, but I think the whole vibe was more supposed to be 80s, especially like in the house, because when they're going through those rooms, there's posters on the walls, which is something that we always did.
Well, what about the color bathtub, though? Wasn't that more 70s?
That was more 70s, yeah.
So it was probably a late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
But this is a fun competition. So they have to go and look at 6 rooms. It kind of looks like they're in a dollhouse. And they have to study the rooms, and then they get a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like the Scream movies, or
from the Party Slasher.
The Party Slasher.
Yes.
It's a real thriller. And the Party Slasher is going to tell them where it's safe to hide, and they have to remember what the rooms look like, lock in their vote, and then they go back and hide. And Party Slasher is going to turn rooms red, and that means they're gone. And they're looking around. Will says there's solo cups in every room. There's solo cups in the nursery. They partying in the nursery. They're playing flip cup on the crib.
Who's doing that? Who's got them solo cups in that nursery?
Sometimes mommy needs a drink.
Well, again, it's probably very 70s, earlys.
It's also a cigarette ashtray.
We were making them for our parents back then.
Smoking those Virginia Slims with the baby. But about half of them go out in the first round.
Yeah, there was a lot.
The clue was 3 red flowers. There were red flowers in every room. Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. 3 of the rooms, 3 of the 6 rooms had 3 flowers. And just about half the house guests chose the wrong room.
Yeah.
They were probably looking at those ashtrays.
Yeah. It was a pretty quick process of elimination right off of the bat.
It was. Because Ava was HOH last week, she got stood up for the prom, so she's enjoying a little moment of quiet in the living room. And all of a sudden, half the house walks back in. She is just ecstatic to see Keanu, and Vinny come back in.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not mad about it, but
She was like, come on, Rachel, come on, Will, come on, Mickey, which Mickey surprised me. I didn't think that she was really like in any kind of an alliance with Mickey. So I was just like, oh, Mickey.
But Mickey's been floating back and forth.
True. Now that I think that she realized her and Morgan aren't as tight as she thought they were, ever since that moment that she realized that, she's kind of been floating with some others.
She just hasn't made a decision yet. Well,
Mm-hmm.
It seems like she's made a decision against Rachel.
Who she doesn't want there.
So, and they're both still in the game at this point.
Yes.
But Mickey doesn't stay in it for long. The next hint is 16 Candles, 80s reference.
Yeah, I think this whole game actually, as we're watching it, and I can't figure it out in my brain, but it's a horror flick from like the 80s. Maybe
Carrie?
No, Carrie.
That was the prom.
That was at the prom.
Okay.
But I'm trying to feel if it has like a Freddy Krueger feel to it or a
Channel
Halloween
Surfers,
feel.
Zennial, Gen X, Channel Surfers, let us know. Which 80s movie are we thinking of? Well,
Yeah.
which 80s movie is Big Brother thinking of?
Yeah, it definitely has a feel of one of those horror movies from the 80s.
Put it in the comments. Clue us in. We need help.
Yeah.
But Will, he made it to the second round, but he's out too. We're down to the final three, which is Rachel, Kelly, and Morgan.
This is going to be interesting.
I'd say Morgan and Rachel have a lot on the line.
Yeah, this is going to determine how the rest of this game is played.
Kelly,
I have a feeling.
I don't think anybody's targeting her at this point. I think she did her due diligence being on the block
Yeah.
every
And
dang week.
if she won HOH, I think she would do safe bets. The other two, I think, are going to play. Mm-hmm.
Well, good. Sorry,
Mhm.
Kelly. I hope you lose.
Yeah. Sorry, Kelly.
But wait, Kelly is the safe bet, so she can't nominate herself.
This is true.
Who's she putting up?
She would probably do like Lauren and Catherine. She put a couple of pawns and then Keanu. That's
But
what she would do.
I think you're drawing lines with Catherine because Riley will come at you, and Lauren's won HOH.
True.
Are we running out of safe bets? Will would be a safe bet.
Yeah, I think we are starting to
Although
narrow it down.
Will's
to,
not really a safe bet because when they did put him on the block last time, he was not, understandably not happy, and he was like, "You're not
Exactly.
doing this to me."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Safe bets are off. So
Yeah,
I
I
guess
think-
no more weenies. So the house guest, while they're waiting on this phone call, they're sitting in the room. They get the call. One of them answers. Morgan has answered the 16 Candles one, and she's answering this next one. She's not a great actress. She's like overacting.
No, but she wants some camera time. She's making sure she's answering that phone every time it rings.
Guys, watch me pretend to be scared. I'm pretending to pretend to be scared.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not that Rachel and Kelly have Emmy nominating performances here, but Morgan is like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I don't know. She's like pretending to shake. I mean, stick with your gaming, girl. Stick with your gaming.
Might be the movie. Is it the Scream movies where the guy always called them on the phone? That's not from the 80s, though.
That's the early 90s.
Yeah.
Well, that's the mid 90s. That had Courtney Cox in it.
Yeah. But the guy, the killer
Mhm.
always called on the phone. That's
I
what
think
I'm-
so, with the mask.
Yeah. I think that might be the horror movie that they're.
What are these producers thinking? They're just mixing the 70s, 80s, and 90s all together. It's like, okay, so you're from the 1900s. This is somebody that was born after 2000, just lumping us all together.
Maybe it's Hot Tub Time Machine or something.
Gosh, no. Oh, no.
Mm.
I remember somebody ordering that out of a DVD, like one of those red boxes when we were on a ski trip. And then somebody got mad that their boyfriend ordered it. I don't know. Floating hot tub time machine. Yeah. Really dumb movie and really dumb reason to be mad. Youth.
Mm-hmm.
This round, they're looking for a clock set to midnight. And these are analog clocks. So you can go ahead and count me out. I'm stuck at analog clocks.
Really?
I'm really bad at analog clocks, and I'm really bad at left and right. Like, I have to like throw up my hand.
No, I always do the righty tighty, lefty loosey. That's how I always remember.
My mom is like, well, which hand do you write with? But I am somewhat ambidextrous. So maybe that's why. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like, I know if I'm turning, which way would be left. I don't know. Yeah, that analog clocks, I would not have paid attention to the time on them because it would have taken me like a few minutes to figure out the time on all of them.
It narrowed it down to 2 people.
Count me out. Yep. And then 2 people left, Rachel and Morgan. There is a lot on the line.
There is a lot.
If I was in that house, I would be holding my breath. I'd be like, oh my God, who's going to win? Because some of us are about to go home.
This is a game changer competition right here.
I like when these blinds are drawn because now we got game.
Yeah. This will change the course of the game from this moment on.
I hope so.
I do too. It's about time somebody shook this crap up.
I hope it's Rachel.
I'm so sick of the babies and the nursery rhymes and the crying. Let's play some games.
I mean, let's just think about this. If Rachel wins, last week she was sitting there being a badass to Morgan. Mm-hmm. Morgan couldn't even stand up to her verbally.
No, she had to go in the diary room and then talk smack.
Plus, I'd really like for Rachel to get a letter from her family. So,
yeah, I would too. I'm sure she's missing all of them. We'll see. Let's go find out.
So as we go into this potentially final round of the HOH, Morgan is still acting scared. I mean, I'd be pretty scared if it was me versus Rachel.
She probably knows she probably knows there's a huge chance she's going to go home if Rachel gets this.
But why is she acting scared? No need to act at this point, sweetie.
Maybe she's trying for, a resume afterwards to go into acting.
She wants to be on The Bold and Beautiful, too. She is beautiful, though. Yeah. And she has a YouTube channel where she does gaming. So that's cool. She's very pretty. She's very good for the cameras. It's not like me.
Not like
dang
me.
Mess. Big Brother definitely teases this ending. They show the blood dripping down the screen. They don't show us who wins. It just goes to commercial. And then we're coming back with Rachel and Morgan, both smiling. And Rachel says, I'm back, bitches, and starts twisting her key. Who wants to see the HOH room? For some reason, this just took me back to Big Brother 6 when Janelle won a live HOH. And she was taking the key from Jennifer. And she's like, give me the key, bitch.
No.
Bye, Jenny. You're going home. Also, she had a little fight with Beau at one point in that season. It was giving Janelle energy.
Yeah. I was looking at the faces, because it pans around to, you see Mickey, and you see Vince, and they've got the whole ETF frown lines and old shit expressions on their faces. They're not happy.
Ava and Will are chilling. They're like, we're good. Our girl won.
It was like, I'm safe this week. I don't need to worry about nothing.
Mickey just looks confused. She's like, but I'm sometimes on your side.
No, she did not look happy. Not at all.
Gonna be a fish fry.
The game just changed.
Yeah, Mickey really is not reading the temperature of the room, though, because she doesn't know who Rachel could put up. Vinny is convinced he's going home. He doesn't know if he's going to be backdoored or if she's going to give him a chance to fight. It's Rachel. I mean, I would put Mickey, Vinny, and Morgan on the block and just one of them's going home.
That's what I would do.
Mickey's talking to Will, which Will likes Mickey, but that's not his problem. Like, Rachel's best for his game. Same thing with Ashley. Rachel's best for her game. So they're feeling good that she won the HOH. Yeah. I'm feeling good that she won the HOH.
Will's like, Mickey's in there cashing checks that she ain't got the job for yet.
Which is like, what we said. We were like,
she making plans before she even knows she's got the job.
You won one HOH, sweetheart. So has Lauren.
She didn't win it. She took it. She hasn't even won.
That is an excellent point.
She's not won anything, I don't think.
That is an excellent point.
Yeah. She hasn't even won anything.
Yeah.
She found a secret whatever in that tunnel challenge. And then she took the HOH from Riley. She did not win it.
Be a little bit more humble play here, Mickey. Vinny and Keanu are getting their grocery talk on, and Keanu gives them some great advice. He says, go play to her ego. Go tell her it's another awesome blockbuster. I mean, that's good advice, and that Rachel loves having her ego stroked. She wants everybody to know she had that win. But what Rachel's really looking for is somebody to play this game and cut her some deals.
Yeah.
When Vinny goes in there, he doesn't stroke her ego. He says that Keanu's just overwhelming him. Dude, just like, he was giving you some advice. He just went to her and was staring at her like, you're not going to put me up, right? No offers of safety next week. Nothing. What game is this? Do you think you're just going to cry and she's not going to put you up? You've got to play it. You've got to negotiate.
He said, you're not going to backdoor me, are you?
Put
And
me on
she's
the
like,
friend so I can play veto.
yeah, and she was like, "You're not a good enough player for me to backdoor you." Like,
That
she's not gonna
diagram.
waste it.
See, she knows not to say that to his face, like Morgan would say to her face. She said that behind his back, like she should. Rachel, she's got a good working relationship with Will, Ava, Keanu,
and Ashley.
So she is going to try to pull Kelly over to her side, which that seems like a good move. Kelly's kind of out on her own. Kelly and Keanu had a good relationship throughout this. I think that could be a good alliance moving forward.
It might be a good move.
Did I shave my legs for this? Mickey is upstairs with Rachel in the HOH while Rachel's shaving her legs because she wants to, try to talk things out since she got rid of Jimmy, Rachel's best friend and one of her allies. And as she's up there trying to smooth things out, she's saying in the diary room, Rachel needs to say something. She didn't come up there to talk to you. You came up there to convince her that you guys are good, that you're her ally, but you're not giving her anything. You're the one that needs to be pleading to stay off the block. What is Rachel going to be pleading with you for?
I know. She's acting like Rachel is doing an interview with her to see if she should hire her or something. And I'm like, you
doing an interview with her to see if she's going to put her on the block.
I'm like, you guys, you got these roles backwards. Like, she doesn't need to be on your in your good graces, Mickey. You need to be in her good graces.
She knew that when she came up there. So where did we go wrong? Are the bath bubbles getting to her? Is she like inhaling some weird sort of aromatherapy stuff that Rachel's using?
I think Mickey's attitude is very much like someone who thinks they're running the whole house. She should be begging at this point, because she knows that she pissed Rachel off when she got rid of Jimmy.
Well, she's trying to defend it, I think. She's being defensive about it. I'm playing the game that's best for me, which I get you're saying you let Jimmy go because it was best for your game, but that's not what you need to be saying to Rachel when she's about to put you on the block. Because if you're sitting there telling the person that's nominating folks, I'm going to play the best game for me, you're also telling them, I'm not taking in your considerations, which you showed her when you got rid of Jimmy. So you're letting her know you're still on that page.
Mm-hmm.
It's a block for me, dog.
I would definitely put her on the block.
I know Ashley wants to keep Mickey. Will likes Mickey. But if Mickey's going after Rachel, Ashley and Will, you have to decide which player you want, because one of them's going to take the other one off. And I think that Rachel is going to be the better partner here. She's already won this game. If you end up in the final two with her, you already have that to use against her. Although she could spin it and look, I've already won this and I'm already sitting here again. It's kind of like Will from Big Brother 2. When he went into one of the Big Brother All-Stars, did he make it to the final two? I think he made it to the final three. And then he got evicted. Anyway, I would keep Rachel around. She's got her brain in the game at least. Mickey's lost.
Yeah, I don't think she knows what she's doing because she can't get her head out of her own ass.
See, I don't dislike Mickey. I just think she's lost in this game. I think she made a move. She's feeling like she needs to defend it because, I mean, it might be better just to say, I made a bad move getting rid of Jimmy and just clear the air. But instead, she's being defensive about it. And that's not going to pull in any allies.
I don't dislike her. I think I'm starting to get some bad vibes from her. I don't really like the way she's talking to people in the house, and she's clearly just wrapped up in herself, and she's not looking at the big picture. And
they're all wrapped up in themselves at the end of the day. Let's be fair. This is Big Brother. They're just not saying it to each other's faces.
True.
Say it behind their backs.
But it's like she can't see beyond that. Like, you've got to have alliances in this to get anywhere, and you need to know when to hold them close and when to let them go. And she's so wrapped up in just me. She's not seeing the big picture to get herself to the end of the game.
She got rid of Jimmy and just went off onto some other path, and she can't find her way back.
Well, maybe Jimmy was more guidance for her than we saw.
But it was fear-based. She was afraid that he was going to eventually take her out because he was playing other sides. He was still playing your side, though. So I don't want to see a game played based out of fear. I want to see it played based out of ire and spite and hatred. Go get them.
Make it fun.
We probably see this totally differently, but I think the conversation with Mickey and Rachel, that was a good talk. They were both vulnerable. They both communicated where things went wrong, where they stood, where the issues came, where the trust issues came. I thought it was a great conversation.
Yeah, it took a while, though. It took
It was
a while
a
to get
week.
there.
Well, there's like 3 episodes a week. This isn't like
know.
90 Day Fiance where we wait a week
Well, I mean,
for
they were just beating around so many daggone bushes. I don't know why they didn't just sit down and just say it from the get-go.
They need some time to process, I guess.
Whatever.
Now, Kelly told Mickey that Rachel thinks that Mickey's icing her out. So Rachel decides to have a conversation with Kelly about this. What do you think about Kelly's comment to Mickey?
I think it was strategic, and I think it was one of those safe, keep other people at each other's throats and they avoid you.
See, if I were trying to bring 2 people together, like bring Mickey back into the fold, that would be a good conversation to have with Mickey. Rachel feels like she's icing you out, so you need to go talk to her.
Okay, I got the impression that the iced out conversation was before the HOH competition, that it was like previous to all of what's going on.
It may
right
have
now.
been. It may have been. But that doesn't mean that you don't need to heal that alliance, because we're seeing a lot of these people are feeling aligned with Mickey, but they're also feeling aligned with Rachel. Will, Ashley, they were on a team together. And Rachel told her, she goes, you didn't take my game into consideration when you got rid of Jimmy. So, but although Kelly wasn't involved in this, so maybe Kelly's not trying to heal anything.
Well, I don't even think Kelly thought anything about it.
Yeah.
You know, other than just saying, you know, she kind of feels like you're icing her out. And
Had Kelly not said that to Mickey, though, would this conversation have come up?
maybe not, because Mickey brought it up first to Rachel when they were talking. So then she went directly to Kelly to ask Kelly. And honestly, you can tell from Kelly's face that she doesn't understand why it's a big deal.
I don't either.
I don't.
I don't know that Kelly is the one to target. Rachel seems to be thinking that might be good. But then again, if you want to backdoor somebody, maybe throw up Kelly as a pawn.
But I
She's
thought
not
it was
going home.
well, and you know, the thing is when Rachel and Mickey are talking, and Rachel's like, "Well, you know, I'm going to talk to Kelly about this," and you know, and Mickey's like, "Well, I don't know if I want you to tell her where it came from. You know, I want her to trust me," and Rachel's like, "Well, I want to be able to trust her." And I mean, it's just like
Same thing.
chasing a tail.
You didn't take my game into consideration, but screw your game. I'm going to go talk to Kelly.
Yep.
It's just whoever is playing it with like whipped cream and a cherry on top instead of it being a shit sandwich. They're all playing the same game. No, I'm just kidding.
I think there's a lot of shit sandwiches, honestly, going on.
So I like Will. He's playing a clean game, like a very pure. He's taking on that dad role, which was one of Rachel's strategies in the beginning. Her and Amy were going to be the moms, but we see that Will has become the dad of the house. He listens to what people have to say. He's a shoulder to lean on.
I think they're all underestimating him. I think they're going to find out that he's going to be a major player here at the end.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows
Go Cox.
exactly what he's doing. Yes.
Speaking of Go Cox, Liz moved her daughter to USC yesterday. Her daughter's going to be starting as a freshman there, so she just moved into her dorm. Now it's also, yesterday was Liz's birthday. And if you're on YouTube, you can see Dee has a channel surfer Remit Reality t-shirt. We have been building our merch store. We got some stuff, me, Mama C, Dee. We got some stuff to test things out. You want to show them the back?
Not really.
Not really.
I stand up.
You could. But one of our shirts says, "Where's Liz?" Because that's like the ongoing joke since the first 2 episodes Liz and I did before she got super busy. Understandably, she's just moved her daughter to college. She's got 2 other kids. She's a busy lady. But I guess my friend spotted her in the wild. I had texted on our group chat, like, "Happy birthday, Liz. It's her 40th birthday." And then my friend Jenny texted a picture back of her taking tequila shots with Liz. And then I think Danielle and Callie went out there to meet her. I was nauseous, missed the whole thing. Like I said, I wasn't feeling good yesterday. I didn't even see these text messages until today. So I definitely owe her some shots. But yeah, they found her.
They found Liz.
They found Liz. A sidetrack. All right. So we see Rachel sitting in diary room. She's got 2 keys, Mickey and Kelly, and she doesn't know which one to put in the box.
Yeah, we saw that coming.
Although when I saw Mickey, my vision's bad. I thought it said Ashley. I was about to have a heart attack. I was like, what? What? No, Mickey, our or Kelly. She's got Kelly's vote this week. She talked to Kelly. She got Kelly on the page to get rid of who she wants to get rid of. She can't put Kelly on the block because Kelly is one of her numbers now.
True. I forgot. Although I wasn't really sure where she stood after talking to Kelly, if she still felt that she could trust her or not.
Well, trust her or not, what other options do you have? Mickey, who you don't have promised that she's going to get rid of Morgan or Vince. Like you're not swaying her vote.
No.
And that's why I think if somebody comes off this block, yet the veto competition or otherwise, I guess there's no otherwise because Zach's gone with his power. He got $10,000 to keep it. Anyway, if someone comes off the block, I don't think she's throwing Kelly up because Kelly's one of her numbers. I think she will put up as a pawn either Lauren, Riley, or Kat.
That makes sense.
And maybe it was just for the TV drama that she was considering Kelly. Maybe she just hasn't had a chance to think it through.
But she decides on 3 people.
And I think that was the right choice because otherwise you've lost your numbers. Kelly said she'd be one of your numbers and you've got Mickey, who you know isn't going to be targeting the same people you are. So I think it was a clear decision. I don't know where the confusion was in that, but not going to question Rachel Riley's game because she knows what she's doing.
Nope. And we got Vince, Morgan, and Mickey on the block, which is
Morgan and Mickey.
This is going to be a great week.
It is.
And you got Mickey in the diary room talking about her loyalties. She knows where Rachel's loyalties are now, and if she doesn't get out, that Rachel's going to go on the block. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting
Mickey's
week.
not going to go home because Will isn't going to vote for her. Ashley's not going to vote for her. She's not going home.
I don't know. I know what you're saying, but a lot of negotiations can be done this week. So,
but nobody's negotiating.
Yeah,
Vinny is sitting there like, oh, I knew I was going up. Well, because you're not playing the game. You're not going and offering her protection. Or, I mean, you were so good at coupling up with everybody early on, and now all of a sudden your game's stopping.
Yeah, well, and I think I don't think that Rachel's reading the room very well either, because she said that Morgan was the one planting the seeds, and it's Mickey. Mickey is the one that I think is planting a lot of the seeds. She definitely is more dominant than Morgan of the 2 girls, if you've watched the interactions with them, I think.
I disagree. I think Morgan is the one planting the seeds. Morgan's a gamer. She's thinking about this strategically. She's the one that is saying that they need to target Rachel. She's the one that started that. She even has somewhat put Mickey into this tailspin by questioning Mickey.
I don't know. I just think Morgan listens an awful lot to Mickey. So if I was going to say who's planting what seeds, I would think that Mickey was the stronger person.
Well, she wasn't listening to her during Mickey's HOH.
Mickey wasn't listening to anybody during her HOH. She did exactly what she wanted. That's the reason why I'm saying I think that Mickey has got better game as far as planting stuff in people's heads.
Well, they're all doing it.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just because the line is so clearly drawn between Rachel and Morgan. I don't see any reconciliation there. Not that there couldn't be. Like Keanu said, look, I did a 180. I came back from this.
Yeah.
Mickey, I feel like still has some allegiance to Rachel. I do. I just feel like she could be pulled over more easily. There could be an argument made that it's going to be better to work with me and the numbers moving forward. You need to let go of Vinny and Morgan.
I don't know. I mean, she was clearly saying before the HOH competition to Ashley and to Will and to Morgan that Rachel had to go before she even won the competition or knew she was going to. And I don't know how much of an allegiance she has for Rachel.
Well,
I mean,
also before she talked to her. Also before she went and ate her humble pie, realized she hadn't won anything in this game, and decided to go and say, Rachel, where did we go wrong?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be an interesting week either way.
It will be. All right. So, Dee, we will be back tomorrow with a 90-Day Hunt for Love. I am so excited. My favorite show of the week.
I love watching that show. I like looking at Rob, so...
And I think it might be our last episode. And
think so.
There's going to be maybe a tell-all. So that's exciting. And then Wednesday and Thursday, Big Brother, Big Brother. All right, channel surfers. Well, thanks for listening. If you haven't left us a review or subscribed or hit that notification button or do all the follower thingies so you don't miss our episodes, make sure you do that. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Let's ride.